it going, y'all? So, little different scene here in the Suburban. Just got my hair cut. Had to get ready for the week. So I wanted to touch base with you guys. So I've been gone for probably about a month and a half, almost 2 months off of YouTube. I apologize for that. Life has been crazy. I've had a lot going on. So became a father of my 4th child. So I have 4 boys now. It's a great time. I love being a father, but they do take up a lot of time. So I've had to put my projects on the back burner. At the same time, I also got asked by one of my really good friends' wives to paint my buddy's truck. So when I get asked to do a surprise like that, I can't really post about it. He may not have social media, but he's got friends that do. And so I had a lot of my time on the projects that I did have was being spent on that truck. And when I had that truck and I was working on it, I've got a lot of pictures, I've got a lot of stuff that I've been taking as like progress photos. I can't really post about it on the go because it was supposed to be a surprise. However, this weekend, his wife decided, you know what, it's time. Let's show him the progress. Let's show him where the truck's at, and we'll go from there. So they came over. We did a whole reveal with him. Let him enjoy the truck, enjoy the state that it's in now, because I've done a lot of rust repair and body work and just cleaned it up overall, and it's looking really good. It's not quite there yet. I need to correct a couple of lines and get the rest of the primer smoothed out and cleaned up before I spray the color. But he's super excited. He's super happy with it, and that makes me feel so good. But it has taken away from my social media, from my YouTube and my Instagram and everything else. So one cool thing is, during this whole process with the new year, my wife got me this new camera that you are seeing me on for the first time. So pardon me if there's any issues with the film. This is just new. I'm still learning it. But I also wanted to take you for a drive because I finally got the Suburban up and running. During this time as well, I got the alignment done. I got my dual steering stabilizer set up, installed. About the only thing I've got left to do at this point is just get my U-joints figured out on my rear end so that I quit getting some U-joint vibration, and this truck will be 100% and I'll be able to drive it every day again. Right now I'm driving it, probably about half the week, probably about 50-50. Because as much as I love driving it, I do take my oldest son to school in the mornings, and there are days I question the safety. And so when I feel like it's unsafe, when the truck's not running right, I park it, I grab the minivan, I take the freaking grocery getter, and I get my son to school. So all that being said, I'm back. You should start seeing some more regular videos. I'm sorry I can't make a promise that I can't keep. There's a lot of life changes that are coming up that I just can't predict. I have to wait until I hear and see what's going on. Especially being active duty military, it makes it difficult for me to plan around these things. So as soon as I can, I will get back. I will get on a regular posting schedule. But right now, it's just not the time. So, that being said, a few things going on coming up. So, number one, I just posted on Instagram about some new parts that I got. So, one thing I didn't post about, I got headers for the Suburban. So, I went out, I bought myself a set of Hedman headers because my manifolds and the current exhaust, the Y pipe and everything are actually preventing me from getting my front drive line installed. So that install is going to come up on YouTube and Instagram here in the near future. I also have 5-inch spring hangers for my front end. So, and they're heavy duty. They're thick sons of bitches. So, it's going to be fun because they're actually going to do a lot of good for my suspension. The stock shackles are set up for the half-ton suspension, and they're not cutting it. They make a lot of noise. They allow a lot of movement in my axle, and that's just not good for business. So I'm going to get that replaced and repaired. I also got some degree shims for my rear end because right now my pinion angle is flat, like almost level, and that's just not good to go because it's making it to where every time I brake hard, my axle and my driveline pinch each other, and that's just not good. So I got to get these degree shims in. I'm going to take the 1-inch lift blocks out of the rear end. That way I can get it back to a level standing, and also be able to correct that pinion angle so I can get an appropriate measurement for my driveline so I can order a custom driveline. That's the next step in this project. So stay tuned. I got a lot of stuff coming up. It's just a matter of time. Once I get my drivelines in and I can get... Ooh, one more thing. So I have the ring and pinion and the re-gear set up for my 14 volt. So that is another thing that I've got coming up that I need to take care of relatively quickly, because if I don't change it, I'm stuck in 2-wheel drive. I have 373s in the rear, 410s in the front. I need 410s all around, especially running the 37s. The 373s are just not happy. It's just not a low enough gear ratio to handle that extra burden. So that being said, that's going to be a near future project as well, so stay tuned for that. Once all that is said and done, and I actually have, my 4-wheel drive back, and we're all fully ready to go and whatnot, I have quite a few trips that I want to do this year, considering I didn't get out and get wheeling last year, just with the deployment and my truck going through the 1-ton swap and trying to get all the little bits and bobs done. I just wasn't able to make it. This year I need to get out with Little Rampage Offroad, the club that I belong to, and I also need to get back into my volunteering, because I was volunteering with Help Event Shine, which is ran by the president of Little Rampage Offroad, and it's just a lot of fun to get out there with the vets, take them up through the trails, and just go have a good time. And then most importantly, my own project. So my Beat the Demons expedition has not been a priority because I have not been able to get to a point where I can accurately plan it. However, that is on the chopping block. That is something that I am still focused on and still pushing toward. I'm still making contacts to try and get all this stuff put together. So if you happen to know somebody who would be interested in trying to help an awareness campaign for veteran suicide, means reach out to me, let me know. Leave it in the comments, because I'll tell you what, we lose way too many veterans every day, at both still serving and after their service to suicide, and it's just unsat. It doesn't do anybody any good, and it kills me to know that there's all these resources out there, and sometimes the shoe just doesn't fit. And I know for me, I went through my own struggles, and the thing that helped me was off-roading and overlanding, getting out in nature, getting back to my ground, and just relearning myself, growing back into who I am. So that being said, I appreciate all you guys that have stuck around. I apologize for the lack of YouTube content. It's coming. It's coming. As you heard, I got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. So stay tuned. I hope to see you guys in the next video. We got a lot of learning to do. We got a lot of bodywork content to show you guys how I like to do auto body and paint, so that, you know, maybe for one of you guys that's out there questioning whether you can do it or not, I can tell you you can. You just got to have the right mindset and the right will to do it. So with that being said, I thank you guys so much. Leave a comment down below with what you would like to see. There's going to be a lot more tech coming up, and I'm looking forward to talking to all of y'all about how I'm doing things and what your plans are. And if I can help, I will. Remember, guys, if you ain't learning, you ain't living. And I'm sure living. Have a good day. I hope y'all enjoy.